Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Garrett here, with another NU Pokemon Showdown live battle. Now, last couple NU battles that I've posted, I kept saying that I was probably going to do something with Blastoise, and this is a team here that I have with Blastoise, obviously in the starting position. I'm not going to show the team, obviously, just right now. Maybe I'll do a live with this team, uh, just see how this video does. But we got defensive Blastoise with the Z Crystal, Z Refresh, Garbodor, Rocky Helmet, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, Choice Scarf, Scyther, Assault Vest, Incineroar, Choice Specs, Vikavolt, and just got a Comfy over here. I guess just for better balance. Don't really know. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Now, he leads off with his Rotom, which I did not really expect, and I don't know why here I didn't. I expected him to go for a Volt Switch. I don't know why. The trick was so obvious. Rotoms are notorious tricksters, but at this point I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get up these Toxic Spikes. Here he goes for the Volt Switch, and he goes right out into the Pokemon that's going to be a pain in the ass this battle, which is Altaria, and I don't know what I was expecting from Altaria other than Defog, but I got onto Blastoise and I decided to get a Toxic off. He goes right out into a Slowbro, which I thought was really strange. Why not go out into any other Pokemon? And if he expected a Toxic or a Scald or anything, why even go into Slowbro? But he makes a swap out into his Whimsica's. I make a swap into Garbodor. He swaps back out into Slowbro, and here I just decided to get up some Toxic Spikes because I just want to, get some pressure going here. I want to make him try and waste some turns, just trying to get rid of these Toxic Spikes. But he doesn't really waste any time. He's like, you know what? I got my Slowbro out here. Yeah, he's toxic, but yeah, I might as well just go ahead and throw out some Scalds, throw out some Psyshocks, get rid of this Garbodor so I can no longer set up my Toxic Spikes, and you know what, fair play, I'm fine with that. But Slowbro's pretty much at a point now where Vikavolt can just finish him off with Choice Specs, Volt Switch, kill the Slowbro, I get out of there, and I decided to go out to Scyther because I'm like, you know what, if there's anything out there that I can go into, or anything that wants to come in, I can just go for U-turn and get out. But he goes out into the Altaria. I know he's going to go for the Defog, so that's why I decided that this was the time to go for a safe knockoff. I swap out and I go into Comfey. He goes for a Toxic, of course, hits my Comfey. I don't know why. I didn't expect him to go for the Toxic. I expected him to go for a Flying type move or something, which is why I went into Comfey. And and here's what I was really expecting. Obviously, Comfey is got Draining Kiss, and I have a Fairy type move that is going to be super effective against the Altaria. And what I expected him to do was swap out into his Combuskin, who resists my only attacking move, Draining Kiss, who resists all my Fairy type moves. And so I made a double into my uh, Blastoise, expecting the Combuskin, but he goes right out into the one Pokemon Blastoise cannot even touch. So I decided to swap out into Comfey again, and hopefully I can tank a Thunderbolt. I don't really tank it, but at least I can take it. And I decide, you know what, I'm going to get off as much damage as I can with Priority Draining Kiss, thanks to my ability. And I'm only going to be able to live 2 Thunderbolts, even with Toxic, and I got off just enough damage to put him within range for my Scyther to come in, outspeed him, and just kill him. So he kills my Comfey, knocks out my Comfey, and I'm like, alright, now Scyther can come in. I decided to go for a safe Pursuit, expecting him to swap, or, yeah, I didn't expect him to swap, but just in case he decided to, get off a nice Choice Scarf Pursuit, get the thing out of there. Now Combuskin's going to come in, and obviously I can't attack him with Pursuit, so I have to swap out into Incineroar. I don't know why I went into Incineroar. I should have gone out into Blastoise. A definite fail on my part, and here he starts getting up some speed boosts, and here I'm just like, alright, you know what, I'm going to do my best to keep this guy at a very low level, or do as much damage to this thing as I possibly can. Sky Uppercut is unfortunately going to be a 2-hit KO, though, and I'm only going to be able to get off one Darkest Lariat, putting him at around 50%, not quite, so I really got to be careful with what I do with this Combuskin. The only thing I can really do is hopefully I can get my Blastoise in on it, or I can get my Scyther in on it. So here I decided to go out into Blastoise. Of course, he's going to swap. He goes out into his Whimsicott. I do not have Ice Beam, so there's nothing I can really do this thing. But I get a Scald Burn. That's always nice. It gets residual damage on a Whimsicott because Whimsicotts don't usually carry recovery moves. Here, he goes for a Giga Drain, so I go out to my Vikavolt because I know this thing's going to carry some grass move of some sort, so I can pretty much tank it with my Vikavolt. But here he shows me that he is Farium Z, Twinkle Tackle, and just completely destroys my Vikavolt. Luckily, no other Pokemon was in there to take that because I don't even think Blastoise would have been able to live that. But in comes Scyther. I outspeed the Whimsicott and kill it. So now he's only got 3 Pokemon left, and if I play my cards right, I can clean up with my Scyther. So he decides to go out into Combuskin. Interestingly enough, I guess it was the best option considering that my last 2 Pokemon pretty much check Combuskin, and no matter how many speed boosts he gets, he will not be able to Uh, handle my Choice Scarf to Scyther. Nothing on this team can really outspeed me except for Priority Fake Out, which is something I know I have to be careful of with this Ambipom, and it's going to be doing around maybe 50% or more to my no defense Scyther, and that's just something I don't want to deal with. I need my Scyther at least a good enough HP to be able to take out both of these Mons. So he goes out into his Altaria, and we trade Toxics. I want to try and whittle this monster down. He wants to try and whittle my monster down. I don't think at any point I had revealed. I think I revealed Refresh earlier in the match, but I have not at all used my Z move yet. So that's basically what I've been waiting for, was the chance to do so. But right now, I'm just whittling him down. It's kind of being a stally kind of match right now. I'm just whittling him down, trying to get his HP down as low as possible. He keeps going for Roosts, but luckily toxic damage is going to keep building up. And here I go for my Z refresh, get all the way back up to max HP, get rid of the toxic, and I force him into wasting more turns, which is not something I know that all I'm really trying to do here right now is just get him down to a low enough HP to where Scyther can come in and finish him off. That's basically what I'm doing right now. It's all I'm really caring about doing. And he has to stay in. Or, well, he decides to switch, but it would have been better for him to stay in. Because regardless of what were to happen, if I were to let my Blastoise die and go out into Scyther, all I would really need to do is be able to get off at least one Aerial Ace on his Ambipom. Any of that's all hypothetical. Regardless, I decided I'm letting my Blastoise go down because there's nothing I can do. I get a burn on his Altaria, which doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really matter. And Blastoise goes down, and Altaria basically can't come in on anything. He lets it die, and I pretty much kill his Altaria. Ambipom's going to come out, and we're going to see how much this Fake Out does. You guys are going to see this. It does around 50. It does around 47%, almost 50%. So I don't think I would have had a really good chance to take it out if he played his cards extra right. So luckily, Scyther was able to come and clutch there right towards the end. Scyther able to take out the Whimsicott, Combuskin, Ambipom, and Altaria. Really coming in clutch right there. Always go for Choice Scarf to Scyther. You can go for Banded, but Scarf really comes in handy against really fast mons and even other Scarfed mons in the tier. So that's what I look for when it comes to my sweepers. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, this battle, this NU match, and hopefully soon I will be doing a live. Thank you guys. Love everybody that watches, and have a good night.